Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the last episode of our From the Depths Dual Fatality Tournament. I am your host, Morjax, and today we have Ixos IX7 and UX1 versus Reasons Persephone and 200 Reasons. But as a little pre-game show, I enjoyed the melee so much that I did before. I think that is so much fun to push the limits of how many ships I can have in play. And let them all duke it out against each other. So I'm going to have an instant replay here for you with the ships that have been eliminated since then. So I've got the count here. I'm going to get them all spawned in. It's going to take me a moment, but for you, through the magic of editing, it will be just a split second. My friends, I guarantee to you I will become tongue-tied, so I'm going to rattle off all 6 entries that are in right now. We have Mr. Kexon's A1 and B1, Falcon 256's USS Roundy Round and USS Abuse, Mr. Ribina's Sobek and Amic, the Jimmers, Sneaky Weenus and Flying Weenus, Hyperpsychosis Creative Ship Name and Dart, and Blowthorns, Freyr and Freya. I have taken special care to make sure they are all spawned in on different teams here, so we're gonna back up. I spawned them a little bit further apart than the last melee we had. We need to speed this up, right? Meow. It's crawling, it's molasses. We got 10 frames per second, but every single frame is a glorious one. The missiles, I don't even know how AI can decide on a target in this situation. Oh my goodness. It is so very glorious. Let's get a top-down view. Oh my gosh. We are crawling. I am sorry for the frame rate, but I hope the glorious scene makes up for it. We're at about 10 frames per second here. But the missiles is just so good. We need a damage report. Who is below 100? Freyr is at 99%. That's just about all I see right now. We've got a couple of EMP explosions. It's like continuous slow motion because there's explosions going on. Super duper cool. Freyr is falling down. Looks like the, is this the creative ship name? Is, tilting right towards it here. And giving the Freyr a piece of its mind here. Sneaky Weenus, up and away. I want to try to keep everyone in view here, but it's really hard to do. So the creative ship name is doling out justice to the Freyr. Oh my gosh, it is so slow, and I would not tolerate it, except that this is just glorious, glorious carnage. Another damage report. Let's take a peek. The USS Abuse is at 96%. Roundy Round is at 95%. The Sobek is at 79%. The Sneaky Weenus is at 98%. The creative ship name is at 99. Freyr at 96. So, oh my gosh, the missiles. The USS Abuse has taken flight away off into the sunset. And the USS Roundy Round, I don't think I've seen it do this a whole lot before. It's like taken off into outer space there. Pretty freaking sweet. Let's get a damage report. We'll go from the bottom to the top. Freyr is at 96%. The creative ship name is also at 96%. Sneaky Weenus 98. And Sobek 63. Amit 85. Roundy Round 95. A1 and B1 are healed up. You can see in the distance the Flying Weenus is coming in for another pass here. It's taken a very long time. Like I said, we are crawling at molasses speed at 10 frames per second. I'm trying to cut some of this out so you guys can get all the glory and none of the waiting. But it's just still a magnificent, continuous missile volley, pretty much. That's what we're looking at. USS Roundy Round is at 95%. The Sobek is at 55. Amit 85. Creative ship name 95. The Dart is down to 40% and dropping. I believe it just despawned before our very eyes. Freyr is at 92%. Yep, there's the dart right over there. Shredded apart. The Flying Venus is doing kind of some cartwheels off in the distance, up and down and up and down. The Free Willy maneuver, if you will. The USS Abuse is up in the air. And then we have, this is not the A1 and B1. It is, I think, the Sobek and Amit. I believe in a thing called love. Yes, it is, but they are sustaining each other with their repairs. Look at this. It's like a beehive or something, you know, like the honeycomb. I don't know. I just love how that looks. So good. Taking a peek here. It seems like the guys who stick together, who stay docked with one another, tend to do pretty well in this type of situation. The A1 and B1 and the Freyr and Freya are doing fairly well to hold their own. Let's see if we can get the missile spam view. Sweet Jeebus. Look at this. What is this even? I can't, like, wrap my brain around that. Magnificent and unbelievable. Let's get back down here. Taking a peek. What are these missiles shooting at now? Oh! Let's take a look. The A1 is at 91%. The B1 is at 92%. And I think... Where's that coming from? The sneaky Venus. Sneaking its little Venus missiles. Torpedoes. Whichever they are. But taking some too. The Venus giveth and the Venus receiveth. Where are these guys coming from? I don't even know what's coming from where anymore. We got the USS Roundy Round over there. Freyr and Frey. There goes the Flying Venus. Off and away. I want to see what this USS Abuse is doing over here. It looks like it's way up high. Not going very fast. It's it looks like it's got too much altitude, actually. Let's take a peek. Really wicked sweet black paint job right here. Are the missiles in outer space, or are we just moving in like Matrix bullet time here? We have the USS Abuse's missiles coming down onto Freya. Up in the above here. The missiles are doing this funny thing where I think they're like going, like kind of brushing upper orbit, and then they all come back down again. They're reaching up. I think they're just barely gonna hit. Or just barely gonna miss and fall on Freyr down below. Freyr's at 92, Freya at 99. The creative ship name is at 90%. The Sneaky Venus is at 97%. Flying Venus 100. Amit 73. USS Roundy Round 88. The USS Abuse is at 96. B1 88. A1 47%. The USS Abuse is coming down out of orbit, and it's coming down fast. I think it might be destined for the ocean here. It's not pulling up. We have a lot of ships out of action. The Sneaky Venus might be in luck, wherever the heck it is, because we have a lot of ships. I think just about everyone but the Flying Venus. And is that the Flying Venus? Yes. And maybe the USS Roundy Round. Nope, I think that is the Roundy Round over there. So everyone is in the water, and that is the Sneaky Venus's turf of choice. Let's take a look at that damage report. The A1 is gone. The B1 is at 84%. USS Abuse 96. Roundy Round 88%. Amit 66. Flying Venus 99. Sneaky Venus 95. The creative ship name 83. Freyr 89. And Freya 100%. The Amit has been finished off, AI dead, and the Sneaky Venus is now true to its namesake. It is sneaking right up the middle. You can see these ocean to air torpedoes. I think they're going after I don't know what they're going after. Oh, but these, I think, will these hit home? Yes, they will. The Sneaky Weenus is doing what it's meant to do and sneaking about and doling out the weenusings left and right here. It's looking like the Sneaky Weenus and Flying Weenus, the Jimmers entries, are they may have the leg up in this type of situation here. The B1 is at 64%, USS Abuse still at 96, rounding around 86. Both are more or less out of commish. The Flying Weenus is at 99%. Sneaky Weenus is at 95. I think the B1 just got eliminated. Freya is at 87, and Freya is still at 100%. Look at this! Underwater, I have discovered the USS Abuse, continuing to swim, continuing to fire. I never thought I'd see the day. But she is capable underwater. I don't know if her missiles are getting anywhere. They're floating up to the surface, leaving kind of a trail of tears back behind, and then they go rocketing off into oblivion. Let us get a damage report. The USS Abuse is at 88%, roundy round 84, Flying Weenus 99, Sneaky Weenus 94. The creative ship name is at 75 and more or less incapacitated. Freyr is at 88 and Freya is at 100%. The USS Abuse is taking off. She's getting airborne. I think this is going to be another outer space travel. Another voyage. A bon voyage, if you will. She's going straight up. Holy crap. It's magnificent. Let's try to follow her up. Missiles are shooting up, going after the sun. The USS Abuse is sick and tired of the sun's shenanigans. Enough is enough. It's time to fight back. I love it. I love it. Abuse has fallen back down again. The Sneaky Weenus is now going after the USS Abuse up in the air. Looks like some EMPs. The USS Abuse is just rocketing everywhere. Straight up into the sky. Off to one side, off to the other side, every which way. Just kind of pissing out missiles all over the place. The Flying Weenus is at 99%, and yet she does seem to be in the water there. Here comes another volley from the Sneaky Weenus. Coming up here. Oh, they all missed. Wow. Here comes round two. Those missed as well. The USS Abuse is doing its anti-Weenus maneuver. Looks like the Sneaky Weenus is also being distracted by the flares. Look at the Freya here is just firing flares off in a straight line forever. One after the next. Untiringly. Next, another one. Another. Good job, Freya. Keep up the good work. Whoa, we've got some explosions. Let's get over there. That is the USS Abuse. It is now down to 81% and dropping like a stone. Here's the USS Roundy Round, still doing the disco. Missiles are coming in from the Sneaky Weenus, going after the falling USS Abuse. Let's get underwater and watch these. They're trying, they're not quite making it. They're pointing, they're trying. Alright, my friends, Freyr is at 81%, Freya is at 100%. Though, besides these flares, it has not shot, neither of these has shot anything in a very long while. Let's take a look at who else is up here. The USS Abuse is doing kind of the outer space and Marianas Trench alternating maneuver. The USS Roundy Round is out of commish. The Flying Venus is doing the Free Willy flipper dive, and the Sneaky Venus is, I would say, the only one who's really operating as it should and still in full working order. So I'm going to give this to the Jimmers, Sneaky Venus, and Flying Venus. Congratulations on beating the second melee. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's a little fun side distraction and a chance to see a little more of each of the ships. We're going to proceed on to the finals. Miss Ion's Persephone and 200 Reasons versus Ixos' IX7 and UX1. This is the first finals fight. We have the 200 Reasons here, Miss Ion's 200 Reasons and Persephone right yonder. And this is Ixos' IX7 Flash taking off that first little spawn stick Duke right on the front there. That is unfortunate, but that's the way the spawn stick crumbles. And the UX1 torpedo launching dude right over here from Ixos. Right, we gotta speed it up, guys. I've been doing a big long recording stint and forgot that part. Gotta speed it up. Gotta speed it up. It looks like the 200 Reasons is doing a fantastic job of dodging the incoming missiles and torpedoes, whichever they may be. The IX7 is coming way far around. Let's see how far out she is. The IX7 is 3,000 meters out. Persephone is coming around. I've kind of lost track of where the UX1 is. I think it's, yep, there it is, right down there. So we are above the UX1. Let's take a look. The 200 Reasons is at 95% and dropping. Whoa, we're zooming like way too far in here. And the Persephone is at 100. IX7 Flash is at 96 from that. I think it was that initial nose bop on the spawn stick. Here we go. We've got, see, look at how convenient this is. We got a little periscope here to show us where the old UX1 resides. Now the Flash and Persephone might be doing this thing where they kind of figure eight off into infinity. It looks like they're circling back pretty well. Alright, we have 2 damaged on the 200 Reasons. Now the UX1 has not historically done so well against air units, so we will see how the Persephone fares. Persephone is now on her own against the Flash, which is dropping. The Flash is at 84% and going down. I think there's, is it lasers? No, missiles coming in. The missiles were able to catch up, and the IX7 is falling out of the sky. Here it is. This is going to be the last nail in the coffin, I think, for the IX7. Big missile volley coming in. Oh, did they stop short? No, they're here. They're here. There it is. Health below 80% and sinking. 67% there. So now it is the Persephone versus the UX1. And I just need to find... Let's get the interface on. Just got to track down the UX1. Where are you, big guy? I know you got the stick to help me find you, but I was a long way away. Persephone will help me look. Come on, Persephone, let's find the UX1. Where it could be. Dang, that's so speedy. Oh, it seems to have lost its periscope, so I'll just have to try to keep track. We're going to get rid of the... Oh! Alright, those missiles were not enough to hit home. Coming out, or torpedoes, whatever they are. I think they're missiles because they came out of the water, so I'm calling them missiles. Persephone is circling overhead. We will see if Persephone's missiles are able to hit home. It looks like these guys are trying to match trajectory here, but Persephone is going super duper fast. Super duper fast. The UX1 is at 97%. I don't remember if it was that way before. I think it was. And Persephone is at 100%, but currently not shooting that much. I don't know where these guys are going. Those ones are trying, but they're falling down too short. What's going on here? What's going on here, Persephone? Are you, there's some missiles out. Okay. What are they doing? Are they going for flares? Oh! The UX1 is at 90%. I don't know where the damage is coming from. I need this back on here. I gotta find... Where are you? Right down here. There it is. These are hitting home. They do seem to have torpedo propellers on them. So they're flopping down into the water, and then they are hitting home. So it looks like Persephone may have the leg up on the UX1. It is taking a lot of damage, down to 81%, about to be 80% in sinking. There it is. That is one win for Miss Ion's Persephone in 200 Reasons. Now, the IX7 and UX1 Ixos' ships spawned in first this time, so Miss Ion's ships will spawn in first in the next fight. We have what may be the last fight of the tournament here. Let's see if the IX7 does a donk right into the spawn stick here. Speed things up. Nope, it did dodge the donk. Oh, look at that EMP. And it crashed right into the spawn stick. Holy smokes. 200 Reasons is having even more reasons than ever to take off out of the water. This boat is... I'm sad it's already health below 80% and sinking. The 200 Reasons is interesting to me because it's like... It's a boat, but it's kind of like a skim boat. It sort of skips on the water. It looks like the engine design is a drumstick approach, which until they update the engines, that is a very, very valid approach. Let's take a peek here. We need a damage report. 200 Reasons, 71%. Persephone, 100. Flash is at 99. UX1 is at 98%. I do believe the Flash has been cornered once again by Persephone. They're very far off in the distance, but Persephone is giving hot pursuit of the IX7 Flash and slowly whittling away. I think it's going to take just a couple of good hits from Persephone to take down the IX7 Flash. It is at 91% now. I think those hits are in fact coming in. Let's see if we can get over there. IX7 is down to 90%, so just a little bit at a time. But pretty soon the Persephone, I think, is going to catch up. Come on, it's so slow. And once it does catch up, it could be trouble for the IX7 Flash. It's a little hard to see off in the distance, but the IX7 Flash and Persephone are flying basically in tandem, side by side one another. And I'm having a very hard time catching up with them. They're flying extremely far afield of the fight area. And the Persephone has taken a couple percentage points, but the IX7 Flash has taken quite a bit more. It is down to 80%, and I don't know how much longer it can withstand. It's so hard for me to catch up because they're flying in parallel here, and they're flying away from me. Very, very fast, very, very far. I don't think I can keep up. Alright, here comes the IX7 Flash. It is at 74%. Persephone is at 97%. And the Flash is continuing to fire off the missile, or not the missiles, the lasers from up underneath here. And that is what is whittling down on the Persephone. It is down to 97% on the Persephone here. Lots and lots and lots of little bits of damage on the side of it. IX7 Flash is down to 71%. We are extremely far away. Let's see. We are, yes, 17 kilometers away from the UX1. They have gone way the heck out of the play area here, but I'm following them. They're still fighting. They're still in play. So we're calling it legitimate, and we're gonna watch as they continue to duke it out. The missile, I had a little lag spike there. The missiles from Persephone are having a hard time keeping up, but every once in a while one will land. And when it does, it's just whittling away at that IX7 Flash. It's at 67% now. 90. It looks like it stopped shooting lasers at the Persephone, which is at 97%. They're circling around each other. And I think there is just a little bitty laser on the front of the Persephone. I'm not certain about that. I can't believe we're 17 kilometers away. Let's take a look at the map. I think we're just like a million. Look at how far south we are. We're way off the map. We're in like uncharted territory to the max right now. Where do we get bumped back to the... Alright, I think we got bumped back to the... Yep, the starter ring here. So, you know, that's a thing. I guess we're not going to see the last of that fight between the Persephone and the UX1, but we can watch from the damage report here. The Flash is at 63%. And I think what is going to happen, let's see here. Here's the UX1. I think what's going to happen is the Flash is going to get taken out and the Persephone is going to come rip-roaring back again. So we're going to hang tight with the UX1 here. I think the UX1 has done a little nose boop maneuver right here. Look at that, staring down the barrel of that. Right into the mountain there, and the top. I love the flavor of this. Super cool. Lasers pointing up. It's got the, I mean, the shape is like perfect on this little top bit. Alright, the IX7 Flash is at 61%. I'm going to skip ahead to when I think what's going to happen, the Persephone is going to take out the Flash and come back again. Persephone has taken out the IX7 Flash and is returning with extreme and rapid speed. It is 9.5 kilometers out now and closing very quickly. You can see it just barely. Let's get the interface off. And it is coming right over this big mountain, which I know in the past has been a tough thing for Miss Ion's entries. So we're gonna see how that winds up, how it shakes out here. 4 kilometers out and closing rapidly. Now the UX1 is down here. It has not damaged itself badly, but it's basically beached itself against the mountain, and that means that the Persephone is going to have to circle. Whoa, Persephone, what are you doing? Persephone, Jiminy Christmas, did you just hit a mountain? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Persephone is down to 86% from an act of God where it slammed into the mountain and went up into space to the point where I think a few of those missiles did hit home. Let's get an underbelly glance here. It's hard to get attack. Lots and lots of damage. It is falling. It is falling into the water. Oh my goodness. Oh, there it goes again. Let's get a damage report. 85% on the Persephone. It is flying, but big amounts of damage. If it takes a whole lot more damage, and it just may, circling this mountain as it is, it could be bad news bears for Persephone, and that would be a 1-to-1 win for each of them. Let's watch these missiles come in. I think they're shooting too low. Whatever the prediction is on those missiles, they're coming in low. Oh, Persephone, what? The mountain. Oh, pull up. Oh, Jeez! Oh, you guys, it's hard to watch. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit of choppiness here. There's something about I don't know if it's Lua scripts or what, but there is some jumpiness going on. My frame rate is high, but the game is stuttering some. Persephone is in the water, but these two entries are on the opposite sides of side of this mountain, so I'm going to skip ahead here, let this play out. It is very, very exciting, super close right now. Ixos could certainly still snatch the win from this fight, and then it would be 1-1. I can't quite believe my eyes here, what I'm seeing. I'm going to show you what I'm seeing here. The northern entry is the UX1, and you can see the torpedoes are flying up and onto the mountain and stopping short right about in the center of the screen here. The Persephone is firing the missiles. They are wrapping around the underside of the mountain here and continuing. You can see they're pointing and actually hitting the UX1 and slowly, ever so slowly, whittling it down. It's at 79%. Still shooting tons, but the UX1's torpedoes are not quite making it there. Oh, there are some making it around. They're shooting each other around the mountain. Persephone is at 84%. UX1 is at 67%. There it is. Health below 80% and sinking. That is a win for Miss Ion's Persephone and 200 Reasons. Congratulations, you have won the tournament. Look at this. Look at this. The triumphant victory fly. I thought she was stuck in the water, but this is the victory lap flying forth in triumph. Miss Ion, you have won a $30 Steam equivalent for any game or games of your choosing. Please contact me and we will sort that out. Thank you everyone for participating. This tournament was so much fun for me. It was a little bit weird with the 2 entries limitation, but the ships you guys made were just fantastic. Absolutely beautiful. Really cool ships. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time, friends.